Hello, Fightful Turkeys. Welcome to NX Turkey, the turkey about a turkey. Happy Thanksgiving.
Kind of one-dimensional, don't you think? There's so many other things about Thanksgiving you could say.
The stuffing about a turkey, about a green bean casserole, about a mashed potatoes. I don't know, whatever.
Disrespect to pumpkin pie.
It's like pumpkin pie. To pumpkin pie.
What?
Never been a fan.
Never been a fan of pumpkin pie.
Never.
What?
Can't do it.
Apple pie? Are you just anti-pie?
No, I love a good berry pie.
Oh, okay.
Like
okay. So you're back on the berry.
Cherry pie. Nothing sweeter than a cherry pie, especially if it's nice and tart. That's true.
Okay.
But like a blackberry pie, blueberry pie, strawberry rhubarb.
Not cherry pie.
But
you go strawberry rhubarb over apple?
Yeah.
You're wild.
I don't like the texture of cooked apple. You know what I mean? Like I mean,
it's definitely different. If you don't, I can understand why you wouldn't like it because it's a far departure. But anyway, this is the NXT Sour Grabs post show. It is November 25th. Happy Thanksgiving week, y'all. Get in those super chats. Get in those humper chats. I watched this much earlier in the day, so we're going to be going through this, jogging my memory along the way, but I have my notes. But this was a pre-taped episode, which is nice. That did, the spoilers did frame how I watched this a little bit. But we're gonna talk about everything of night 2 of Gold Rush from the Madison Square Garden Theater. Also subscribe to Fightful Select and stuff. Give someone the gift of a subscription. You can do that.
Right.
Don't you have a wrestling nerd in your life who you want to have accurate news and scoops year round? I know you do.
If you have a wrestling nerd in your life, one of the things you have to watch out for in this day and age is disinformation. You know what I mean?
True.
So if you've got a wrestling nerd in your life who spends all their time on Facebook or X
or perhaps
I mean, if you've got a wrestling nerd in your life who spends all of their time on Sportskeeda, you have bigger problems. But if they're getting their news sources from anything other than the number one news source in the biz, then got to do it.
Then change that for them. Also, a great last minute gift, Alex. Oh, I forgot what to get. 20 seconds later, I bought them a Fightful Select subscription.
Yeah. Oh, you're on your way to Christmas, and you forgot to get your cousin a gift, and your mom just told you that her sister brought all her kids, and you were like, "Oh, wasn't one of my cousins into wrestling?" Boom, done.
Boom.
Perfect.
Bing, bang, bop.
Yeah.
But we had news that Mark Quinn was backstage. We had news about Swerve Strickland, which came true much quicker than we even anticipated. It was like, Swerve Strickland expected back in the next month. And then he was like, JK, how about in a few hours at the pay-per-view? FightfulSelect.com, man. You guys know the drill. The best wrestling news fit to Pixel, as the old saying goes.
Silver Apocalypse asks, so what would be the puns? Need you ask. Take a look down. Take a look down there in the bottom corner. Take a look on top of my noggin. It is Thanksgiving puns. Let's do it. I love Alpha Bill. That's why I joined the SGS. I have nobody else.
Oh.
'Cause I got no place else to go.
We got you, Alpha Bill. We love you.
Yeah.
But he's Australian, so this week doesn't mean anything to him. No, he's just like Alex has a turkey on his head.
No, you can't do that. JW Pringle says, amazing Alex, Sister Killer Kate, Pilgrim, Papa Paul, Elizabeth, and all the SGS. Merry Yummy Dinner Day. The Elizabeth Pringle House will carve the tofurkey promptly at 3 p.m. Much love, you jive turkeys. My sister-in-law is hosting. She's trying to adult for the first time in her life at 32 years old. And so she's hosting, and she's like, we'll pull the bird out at 5. I'm like, I'm sorry, have you ever Thanksgiving, bro? Like, you don't 5?
No, that's late. That's late.
It's late for a bird, especially
that's
because
very late for a bird.
You gotta have the post Thanksgiving dinner, really post Thanksgiving lunch nap from the tryptophan, and then you wake up and you make yourself another plate. You can't be having.
It's a tradition.
That's
what you do. You eat, you nap, you eat some more. Happy Thanksgiving. That's how it goes.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you, JW Pringle. I look forward to seeing you this week. I have to say, this has no bearing on literally anything but me personally. So tune out if you're not interested in me and how I feel about things.
Right.
Go grab a snack. Grab a seltzer. I don't care.
Come on, do it.
Today does not feel real. Today does not feel like a Tuesday. Like, I watched NXT so much earlier because it was a pre-tape. I went to Full Gear on Saturday, so my whole weekend feels delayed. I'm working from home this week on my non-Fightful stuff because it's like Thanksgiving week. Everything feels very discombobulated. This was a very disjointed wrestling viewing week for me. And we're going to go on a ride about it together.
Yeah. I tried to use the old Nord to watch this early, and my Netflix said, "How dare you, sir? You will watch it without commercials in an hour and 20 minutes, starting at the normal time, as God intended." And I was like, I just wanted to start watching it 10 minutes early. I'm sorry. It
rebukes you.
I mean, okay, whatever. But it was nice. Listen, I like watching NXT in an hour and 20 minutes with no commercials. That's fun. Can we do that every week?
It ain't bad. It ain't
I like
bad,
that. It's a pretty good thing to do. All right. So when they set out the double gold rush thing,
yes,
I was like, oh, so they'll split the main matches between the two nights, so that anybody has a reason to tune in for the second one, because otherwise, why would you? And no, they were like, nah, we're gonna put the Evolve's titles on it, and the TNA Knockouts title, which has the most obvious finish you could possibly expect, because why would we book a title change on a taped episode? That's silly. And they did. Also, we're gonna book a speed match that's not a speed match. It's just a regular match that lasts 7 minutes long. And there's weird stuff in the middle of it, but it's really just a 7-minute regular match. A lot of that stuff. And I was like, okay, well, that's cool. And all this is fine. There was some good stuff on the show. But they did, I think, bank very hard on John Cena in front of a green screen of a locker room, reading cue cards for the very first time. It was a green screen? Yeah, that wasn't actually the locker room. He was in front of a green screen. And also, he does not know who any of these people are. This was the same John Cena voice you get when he does a Honda voiceover. Like, there's zero connection to the text. It's just words he's getting paid to say. No connection whatsoever to what he was talking about. He had no idea who these people are. Maybe Javon Evans. But I don't think anybody else.
He was like, you know what the biggest Iron Survivor is? The CRV.
Like,
put down just $1,500, 28%
I absolutely would have Ron Burgundy to this. You could, like, especially for the Legacy. Women, but no, like if you just put anything in front of him. This girl was a 5-time All-American volleyball player at the University of South Central South Dakota, and he would have just said it. You put it in front of him, he would have said it. He had no idea. So I want to talk about the Iron Survivor thing now, because it's the most interesting thing to dissect, because it is
happy Honda days to you too, 4-Door.
Happy Honda days to you, 4-Door Soup.
And a merry happy holidays to you. Yes. Honda days.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he's in front of the green screen, and
allegedly,
let's be real.
I think it's real.
Let's be real. John Cena didn't pick any of these people.
No.
Right. So the people they chose and then put in his mouth to say made it really look like John Cena doesn't know ball. And that's unfortunate. You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't you want John Cena to seem like he's been watching? Like, I've got my eye on the future of this business. And like, some of the people he picked were like good picks, but also like not part of the program. You know what I mean? Like, let me do me wrong. Like, okay, so he picks the men first. He does it separate by like an hour. Once he does the men, then he does the women out an hour later. But the men he picks are Javon Evans. Obviously, you couldn't do this match without Javon in it. Leon Slater in the most obvious, please don't sign with AEW move that they could pull out right here. So it's cool that Leon Slater's in it. And then Joe Hendry, which is just like, he doesn't belong in a match like this. Like, he doesn't belong in a match like this. Like, that's not his thing. Like, fast moving and like, I don't know.
They're just gonna do shit with him in the penalty box. Like, Theo pop up in the penalty box with him.
He's gonna do shtick in the penalty box. And then in the thing that I think is the most unfortunate. I like Dion Lennox a lot. He's the current one half of the tag team champions. Can he just focus on that, please? Especially when in his own faction, you have maybe the most underutilized guy that's even being paid a dime by WWE. Saquon Sugars is a giant star waiting to break out. And like, he's had a singles match that he lost to Javon Evans. He's the best promo of the 5 by light years. He's the best in-ring worker of the 5 by light years. And I do like a couple of the other guys in the group. I don't understand why Saquon Sugars isn't the pick here, especially because if he did pick him, it would make it seem like John Cena sees something in Saquon Sugars. And if he was in it, and if Ricky Saints is going to retain the title from Obafemi, as we all expect he will, I would absolutely have Saquon Sugars win the Iron Survivor. You need somebody as a heel to face Ricky Saints at New Year's Evil.
Sure.
Ricky Saints facing Saquon Sugars, and by extension, all these other dudes, because you know they'll be around doing stuff. That's a really cool story. Dion Lennox isn't winning this, nor should he. He's the tag champion. He should be doing tag stuff. The 5th guy is the winner of the main event. Like, he made that the stipulation. It already got booked, Miles Bourne versus Trick, but he said the winner of that match will be in the Iron Survivor. And like, please God, not Trick Williams again. Like, that's 3 in a row that he will have been in, or whatever. Like, or not 3 in a row he's been in, but 3 in a row he's been a part of. I really real bad for, especially because of the words they put in his mouth last week. Tavion Heights.
Yep.
They had Tavion Heights cut a promo in front of a bunch of people who were cheering for him like he was speaking the truth. Next week, John Cena could say my name and put me in the Iron Survivor match. Wow. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. Like we got to get that thing back with him and Miles Bourne. Kind of this, hey brother, you know I love you, but only one of us, there's only room for one of us at the top. Like, that's a really cool story to go through here. Plus, the current story is him and Briggs. If you had told me last week who are two guys who you think are definitely going to be in it, I would have been Tavion and Briggs. So they can continue that and probably cost each other pinfalls on purpose to further that. And also, well, Miles Bourne will be in it. And then you got Miles Bourne and Tavion, like that coming together. Like, all that makes it. Get Joe Hendry the hell out of here. You want to put Leon Slater in it? Fine. He'll make the match better, but I don't think he's winning it. Like, of everybody who's here, Javon Evans winning it seems obvious, so I don't think they do it. I honestly think it's Miles Bourne. And there's a segment
could be
tonight that might be leading toward him working heel. So we'll talk about that in a second. What are your thoughts about these 5 gentlemen, and who would you have put in instead?
So honestly, I put in the Honda Civic in my. Oh, not sorry. Do
they still make Honda Civics?
I think so. I don't know.
What's the? I'm looking. You talk. I'm going to talk about the most luxury Honda car.
Okay. The Tavion Heights thing is the first thing that frustrated me because of what you said about him last week. Because I think he would be super fun in a match like this. Like, let's be real. And I feel like he's the kind of guy John Cena sees something in. Like, I think he's the kind of guy that John Cena's like, I have my pulse on the stars of tomorrow, and this guy is a force to be reckoned with, is something that could send him forward. So that is frustrating to me. A lot of things about this men's division are. Leon Slater is going to be super fun in this match, but to your point, he doesn't even go here.
It does not.
And this men's division needs all the help it can get with stuff like this. Joe Hendry does go here now, if you are up to date on people like that. But I understand why they're doing it, because he's now officially a part of the roster. They want to put him in something that feels important, because he's probably not going to be here for very long. I don't think he's like a guy that wins a title and sticks around. Like, I think he probably moves up pretty quick, because is he 39? He's getting that main event push on the main 37, older than Dakota Kai. So I don't think he's sticking around here long, especially because he's making main roster money. That's also the case with Jordynne Grace. So who the hell am I to say? But I get why he's in there. I don't think he's the right fit ring wise for a match like this. Cause this is like, I remember the first one being like, they're going to screw this up. This is so weird and complicated. And they pulled it off, but it does take a certain level of like in-ring whatever to pull these matches off. So Javon will probably win it. He's a good call. If not him, Miles Bourne is an interesting choice at least. Like, I think a program with him and Ricky will at least move things forward. But Tavion not being in it's a bummer. Leon Slater's great, but like I would just save this for people that are specifically not even specifically under the WWE umbrella. Make it NXT people. It's an NXT hallmark match. It's their match. I know it's basically King of the Mountain or whatever, but like it's their match. So have it be all NXT people, not Evolve, not TNA, not LFG, not any other 3-letter combinations. It is what I would do with it. John Cena had no clue who a lot of these guys are, or if he knew who they were, he was just handed background information on him. That made no sense. But I think the Saquon Sugar's not being in it is definitely a hit and a miss, and it's so funny because I was actually thinking about this when they announced the C2 brackets. They made a concerted effort to course correct what they did last year, I feel like, with the C2, and that there's not like he's a champion already, but he's going for this belt. Like Kyle Fletcher just lost that belt and he's in it because he wants to get back to something important. Like, so I would say that same criticism that I had last year with the C2, which I know is one that you shared, I think that applies here. And that if you have the tag belts, and let's be honest, an ailing tag division, they should be focused on those. And Saquon Sugars is great. And he would be really, really fun in a match like this as well. I hope there's at least, like, if he's not in it, a singles program brewing for him somewhere else, because I just don't know what the holdup is putting gas behind certain people. That's normally a main roster problem, but when your main roster is so clogged, it inevitably trickles down. And this group has just been so ineffectual that you're just, every day that passes by, I'm like, they're wasting this guy's potential.
Yeah. I just wanted to say before we move on, the Honda Legend,
very hard
part of Honda's premium brand, is considered one of the most luxurious cars offered by Honda, showcasing high-end features and performance. The Legend is often regarded as Honda's flagship luxury sedan, known for its sophisticated design, advanced technology, and premium comfort features. It embodies Honda's commitment to luxury and performance, making it a top choice for those seeking a high-end driving experience. It comes equipped with cutting-edge technology, including advanced infotainment system, driver assistance features, and high-quality audio system. Honda.
Alex, I think...
What drives you, or whatever the fuck the thing is? I don't know.
I think you're going to get us in trouble if you don't go through the legalese really quickly. Offer expense, blah, 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 blah. What's so fun too is it's always, of all of the hats that you wear, and I mean that in a literal sense, and there are many.
Yeah. Certainly not trying to steal your job, Hooks. Not at all. If I was somebody, I would insist on every time I auditioned for something like that, I would only do it in a silly voice just to see what they said back. The Legend is often regarded as Honda's flagship luxury sedan, known for its sophisticated design, advanced technology, and premium comfort features. Yeah, Honda.
If John Cena can do it, I don't understand why Braun Strowman couldn't. That's all I'm saying.
Run! Go! Get to the Honda!
It's very hard to take you seriously with your turkey head on, is what I was saying, and you definitely just exacerbated the issue. That's all.
All right. We'll see what this is. Listen, I'll just, we're doing stuff out of order. It doesn't matter. It's a tape show. Who cares? Everything they taped was out of order in the way that they showed it tonight anyway. Because I'm pretty sure the first thing that they taped was the knockouts title, and that went on like third or fourth. So the backstage, to offer some intrigue for later, Ethan Page is talking to Sol Ruca. And he's like, see, you're a main event level talent, and you're sitting here without a title belt because, of your friend. You need to understand that you need to focus on yourself only, nobody else. I'm like, aren't you in the middle of doing you're a mixed tag champion currently. Aren't you partially focused on Chelsea Green? Like, even if it's 5%, you say focus on yourself only. That's 100% on yourself.
It is.
Like he should. I feel like Chelsea Green would be very mad to hear him say that he has no focus on her whatsoever.
Yeah, that would not bode well in the Paige Green household.
But then all of a sudden, Miles Bourne is in the same room, and I'm like, is this like just a room backstage? It's like the green room. It's not the green room. I thought for a while it was like the ladies' dressing room, and I was like, I don't know what's going on here. But anyway, Ethan says to Miles, you need to focus on yourself and only yourself. And if you don't focus on you, then I know I'll never have to focus on you. And Miles just sits there and takes the advice. So, yeah, Miles wins this match with Trick Williams tonight. He hits a couple of Born Barns, or as they call it, Born Agains. They're Born Barns. I like Born Barn. It's better. It's a zigzag, but it's a Born Barn.
It's a Born Barn.
He hits one on the outside, rolls in, Trick hits it again and wins. Nobody thought, I don't think that Trick was going to win this. There was one part in here where Booker T just decides to say stuff.
Booker T.
He might as well be if he was a tree, he wouldn't be able to talk. I thought it'd be nice. He says that Trick Williams didn't spend any time on the indies. He showed up, but he was in the main event day one. And he wasn't wrestling when he showed up. Like he was a hype man for a dude who was an indie wrestler. Like that guy came in and that guy was immediately pushed because he knew what the fuck he was doing. And Trick, much to his detriment, did not at the beginning. It was all the training that he got while working against indie wrestlers that got him to this point. So again, just Booker T just making up stuff and then saying it like it's true, and nobody challenges him on it. But anyway, Miles Bourne wins. We see backstage that Joe Hendry, Javon Evans, and Leon Slater are watching this match on the monitor. But here comes after Miles Bourne wins. Here comes all the Dark Staters, the Dork Staters, the Fart Staters. They're in there up in the crowd in their spotlights. They come down and they surround the ring. But here comes the baby faces, and oh wow, can't wait for that 8-man tag we're gonna do in the main event next Tuesday on the Go Home show for Deadline. All the baby faces in the match is Leon Slater, Javon Evans, Joe Hendry, and Miles Bourne versus all of Dark State. Yay!
That is 100% what we're gonna get. Match was good. I am not against a Miles Bourne heel turn if that's the direction they're going to go. I just think it's a shame.
Before you finish, I wanted to mention this. There's only one heel in that match, and presumably currently a heel. There's presumably Ricky Saints is retaining, and I don't think they're turning him heel while beating Obafemi. So either Dion wins it, or they're doing a face-face, which is possible, or Miles Bourne wins and then shows a darker side. Those are the options.
I think that's probably a good shout. With him, I just feel like he had such a moment and the follow-up was so abysmal, and that bums me out. Like
6 months ago. 6 months ago.
Oh my God. Yeah.
He had that match at a Double or Nothing time, like the Battleground. In May, he had that match. Jeez.
And then we did like an extensive program with Lexis King, if I recall. So I feel like him. Alex is repressing it from his memory in real time. Oh, I'm sorry. You were doing the blindfold match gimmick.
I was doing the blindfold match.
I'm sorry. I thought you were trying to.
I was doing the blindfold turkey match, obviously.
Obvious, of course, I am but a fool. So this is a leap, but hear me out on it. I feel the way right now about Miles Bourne possibly turning heel, the way that I felt about Takeshita turning heel, and that like I'm loving Takeshita as a heel, obviously, but like when it first happened, I was like, no, I love my Cinnabon loving Takeshita. Like, I just like this guy. He's so charismatic. He's very easy to root for. So I felt like I got shortchanged on that. But like, it's obviously grown into something that's incredible. And he's an amazing badass. And it's worked out just fine, I would say. But like, my initial feeling was the same as I feel about Miles Bourne of like, but you had me, right? Like you had me invested in this guy. He was giving these really authentic promos that had you genuinely rooting for him, even though you knew he wasn't going to beat Obafemi, right? So like, I feel like we are getting maybe shortchanged on that, but that doesn't mean it's not like with Sol Ruca where I'm like, why would you turn her heel? Like, I think there's a lot of potential in heel Miles Bourne. I don't think he's like super assigned to any one role or the other, where with Sol Ruca, I'm like, nah, she was just like born to be a face, it feels like. So that's not to say that it won't be successful or that it's not the right move. I just feel like we never really got to go on the ride with Miles Bourne because we just went into a weird feud with Lexis King. But this is one that I'm willing to see, Alex, and I don't use this phrase often. I'm willing to see how it plays out.
Yeah. If Bourne turns heel, wins Iron Survivor and turns heel kind of in his program with Ricky. If he doesn't win the title, which like I don't know if Ricky's like a Royal Rumble call-up, maybe. I don't know. Like it's possible. Like a shock title change with now heel Evan Bourne. Evan Bourne? No. Different guy. Miles Bourne. Different dude. Entirely. Not Matt Sydal. Different guy.
Evan Bourne looks great for his age,
yeah,
to be honest. Like he grew somehow.
He does. Yep. And he looks a lot more like Randy Orton than I thought. I remember him doing. But anyway, I love the idea of Tavion Heights being like, dude, what's up? Like Tavion Heights being like, this isn't you, man. Like that's a really cool overarching thing for Miles Bourne's title reign if we're gonna do it, you know? So
I agree.
Yeah.
That would be neato.
Yeah, it would be neato. I'm gonna talk about the ladies thingy after we talk about all the other lady matches. So the first match we actually got to see tonight was that, well, it started the show. I just talked about other things first, but it started the show. It's Jackson Drake defending his Evolve Championship against only on the Chiron at the bottom of the screen, never said out loud, not introduced as Super Sean Legacy. His name's already Sean Legacy. I'm going to go ahead and say that's not his shoot surname. We don't need like a superlative at the beginning of it in quotes. Super Sean Legacy. I don't know why that's there. Thank God they didn't say it out loud. Maybe they're just trying something out. But wow, that's a dumb
How
nickname.
dare you doubt that that's his real name?
He's very good.
You don't think that's his real name?
I don't know.
First, you're doubting whether or not John Cena's in front of lockers, and now you're doubting whether his surname is Super.
I'm basically saying that Sean Legacy's name is a green screen. Yes, that's what I'm saying. So
that's what I heard. That's what I heard.
So I think Sean Legacy's tremendous. I do. I think he's very, very good. I think that he is certainly ready now. I don't know how old he is. He looks 15 years older than Jackson Drake. And I'm not saying that Sean Legacy looks old. I'm saying Jackson Drake looks 14. You know what I mean?
8 years old.
So Sean Legacy should be on the NXT roster. If you're not going to put the Evolve title, if you're not going to be put the Evolve title on him, put him on the NXT roster. Let's see what he does. Let's see him in that mix in the mid card coming after Ethan Page. Why not? Like, there's a lot of stuff you could do with Sean Legacy. Like, if the Briggs and Tavion thing is going to end soon, Sean Legacy showing up, getting cocky, and Briggs being like, "I don't like you, newcomer," like, writes itself. That's fun. Jackson Drake, I think, has a size problem in WWE because they said he was They said he was 188 pounds, and I'm like, no. Like if you see men his height who weigh 190 pounds, they've got a lot more meat on their frame than that. He looks like a child. Like, and he's very talented. Like, some of the stuff he was doing in the ring really blew me away. But he looks like Nick Wayne out there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Nick Wayne has more meat on him than this guy. And Nick Wayne is not a heavy fella.
No.
And like, this is not the physical type of dudes that they push on any level in WWE. So, I think he's very talented, and I liked this match with Sean Legacy very much. There was a lot of really good stuff here. The one thing that I always like to call out things I've never seen before.
Yes.
Even if they're little nothings in the grand scheme of things. Jackson Drake, they were doing a strike exchange. Like, kick you, duck, block. Then he does like a martial arts sweep the leg.
Yeah.
And Sean Legacy avoids it by jumping up. And as he jumps, he also does a low drop kick to the guy who had just swept the leg. And I was like, if Daniel LaRussa knew how to do that, like he could, like when Johnny sweeps the leg, he would have won the match right there. He would have won the All Valley Karate Championship right there. He wouldn't have needed to do the whole crane kick thing. Just jump up and kick a dude at the same time. That was friggin' great. I love that. This was really cool. This was a lot of fun. I think these two guys worked well together. I'm watching it going like, I don't see anybody on the entire roster of WWE who has a build like Jackson Drake. And I would say that should be a point in his favor because he's unique and different. And that is not how they see things at the top levels of WWE.
No, otherwise Drake Maverick would have had like a run. You know what I mean? Like, I agree with you on that. I feel like Sean Legacy, there's certain people that I'm like, sign them and let them wrestle, or like or just they're signed, let them wrestle. Obviously Julia is the biggest one on the main roster side, but let's be real, women don't get matches on SmackDown or Raw as a guarantee anymore. Nice to see, even pre-taped, that NXT had any women's matches. There's a lot of guys like that. Like, I think Carmelo just showed that on the main roster, right? Like, he has this match with Gunther and everyone's like, where's this guy been hiding? I'm like, under the Miz's armpit for some reason for the past 8 months. Like, there's some people where like they just over engineer stuff so much, and there's some people that's like, just sign them and let them wrestle. And I feel like Sean Legacy could be one of those guys, super or not. I feel like he's just a great wrestler, and I think there's a lot that they could do with him. I think he has a very high ceiling. I think he also understands how to translate to what WWE would want him to do, which I think those are different challenges, right? Like, you can be a really great wrestler, but then to apply that to the WWE ecosystem doesn't always work out. And that's everywhere, by the way. Like, AEW, there's certain things that like WWE wrestlers that do great here wouldn't do well in AEW. So that's an important ingredient when you're looking at someone. And I think he's great. This match was really good. I agree with you on Drake. Kind of feels like, from an in-ring perspective, that maybe Evolve might kick some NXT ass on occasion. Like, that NXT needs to inject some breathing room and some longer matches back into its frame. I've been saying week over week, it just feels too crowded. And if you like in-ring, maybe we should be giving Evolve a try in that way. But this match was a good showcase. I thought they did a good job bringing in people on commentary, bringing in Sam Roberts for certain things. I thought was actually kind of a nice touch, with stuff to be able to speak to what they've been up to. I think was actually a good shout. This match was really solid. Like, no complaints about this at all. I wish we got more stuff like this on NXT, even with NXT wrestlers. Like, that would be
agreed. I do wonder what the whole deal is with the Evolve pipeline to NXT. Have we seen a straight, like, full on, this person got called up from Evolve to NXT yet, officially? Kendal Grey is doing stuff on both, and she's the Evolve Women's Champion. But
I don't think we have.
We've seen now LFG get women and men both straight through. One win LFG, you're on NXT. So I feel like it's. I mean, like, I hate their name still, but like Swipe Right is a really good tag team. They could be on NXT. They'd be one of the top tag teams in NXT immediately.
Like Jackson one of the
Drake,
top tag teams on Raw.
The Vanity yeah, that's true. The Vanity Project is a fun little, heel faction. They're fun. Like they know what they're doing. Obviously, all three of them can work. I hate the name Ricky Smokes. We'll work on it. I
don't even hate the name. It just feels very out of place for this group. Like that feels like NWA. Like Dax Harwood and Ricky Smokes feels more appropriate. You know what I mean? Like it just feels like not what they are.
Yeah. We and Sean Legacy's ready, obviously. And Callie Armstrong was the NXT, the Evolve Women's Champion for a long time. She lost it to Kendal Grey, and I assumed that meant being called up. We've seen her on NXT TV a couple of times, but not wrestling while she's not the Evolve Women's Champion. So call her up. Say it. Like she's an NXT talent now. She's really good. Let her wrestle people. This shouldn't be this hard. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand if there's something with the type of contract where like
I was wondering that too.
If they're Evolve talents, we can pay them a fraction of what they are if they're NXT talents, but we can still use them on NXT whenever we want. Or a certain set number of times before we have to then pay them a bump. You know what I mean? Is that it? And if so, God, that's cynical and shitty. Like, these are really talented people you have in your employ. Put them at the level they should be. I feel like that it's weird be controversial.
We've also seen like demotions in that way. Like I think after the horrific Ridge Holland news came out, like we learned exactly what that means. From a pay scale specific perspective. Yeah. But Brooks Jensen, Thea Hale like went to Evolve, but now she's being used more on NXT than she has been. So I don't know what all that mess is about. What you had said about Kaylee Armstrong. Bailey?
I think it's Callie. I believe it's
Callie. She's the kind of person that like I could see them wanting to maybe wait on because they might want to give Blake Monroe 4 months with this title and she comes up and just destroys her. Like she's that kind of wrestler, but like on the whole, you're right. I don't think we've seen like a one-to-one call-up. We've seen plenty of crossover. But I also don't know like what's to be getting out of this. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how long Evolve 4 is for the long game. I don't know anything about the WWE ID program. It seems like a giant mess. Like it's very weird.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. There's some really great talent that I think would translate well, and they should probably replenish these rosters, especially on the men's side from the tag division and the singles aspect. Like they're due for a fresh injection on that roster for sure.
Yeah. So we got our speed tournament final. Zaria Zelta is out there without Sol Ruka. Like she knows Sol Ruka's not coming out with her, but she still stops at the edge of the fog to look back, even though nobody's coming. it's a dumb thing to nitpick, but like, she's not coming out. Well, who are you looking for?
No, she had to. Sometimes you take all the drama and fun out of wrestling.
I do.
Where is the overgrown theater kid inside of you that is supposed to be relishing in moments like that?
So it's very funny. So obviously JC and Lainey are out there with Fallon. And so they get involved, kind of. At one point, Zelta is on the outside, and they walk up and stand near her. They don't do anything because the ref is watching. But Zaria is a dum-dum and just decides to punch Lainey in the face and then take a wild swing at JC, leaving herself wide open for Fallon to kick her. Just get back in the ring. They're not doing anything to you. If they do, guess what? Their friend is disqualified and you win the title. Let them punch you. The ref is watching. I don't know. That's dumb. And then
also, is there even the slightest inkling that you're like, oh, the numbers game on Zaria? She could just yeet them into the crowd and be done with them. Like, the numbers game angle only, like, I sound like an old white guy podcaster, so I apologize in advance for sounding like an old white guy podcaster. But the problem with numbers games angles for me, other than the fact that they happen too frequently, is, and on the whole, they're not my favorite, but like, they're so lazy. Every company, this isn't just WWE, and it's definitely not just NXT. Every company is so lazy about the numbers game thing. It's like, all the interferences are exactly the same. All the backstage stuff is exactly the same. It's the laziest stuff in the world. Be clever about the way you use the numbers game to your advantage, and I have way less of a problem with it. It's always like, oh, a corner spot. Oh, one of them distracted the ref. There's like 4 things that every company does with these numbers games angles, and it's so boring because of it. Like, there's so many opportunities to do cool stuff with it, and they don't. Us changing our border is more exciting.
It's more exciting, for sure.
It is more exciting.
Yeah. So here's what was exciting to me, honestly, until they messed it up. Was the clock just runs out. Like, neither Zaria or Fallon can put them away. And I was like, that's an interesting development. Because if
we haven't seen that yet.
If this was a champion defending the speed title, they would just win. They would retain. Because the challenger could not beat them in 5 minutes. But because it's a vacant title, there should have to be a winner. The problem I have with it is the way that they set it up. Is Ava comes out and goes, that is not how we're going to do it. We are in New York City, and so there must be a winner. If you were in Orlando, there wouldn't have to be a winner. If you were in Denver, there wouldn't have to be a winner. But you're in New York, so there has to be a winner.
Alex, it's the most it's the most famous theater at an arena in the world.
Right, you're right. I've forgotten about that. So she says, since it is a vacant title, we now move to sudden death. No, you don't move to sudden death. You just say there's no timer. Because guess what? The actual match is also sudden death. It's not a best 2 out of 3 falls in 5 minutes. It's sudden death. The first fall leads to the finish, as also is a synonym for sudden death. That's very silly. If it was who can get the most falls in 5 minutes, and at the end of it we're tied at 1 apiece, then now it's sudden death. You can do that, but you can't. That doesn't make any sense. Yes,
I feel like sudden death matches should be graded on how suddenly the death happens.
Oh, that's good.
You know what I mean? Like, it should be a subjective judgment.
Right. Yeah.
Of like, that one just seemed like a more sudden one. Touche.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it just ended up like the match starts up again with no timer, but I think this is kind of helpful for the wrestlers as well, because during the like it goes from like blue to green to orange to yellow to orange to red. The lighting is red in the last minute, and so because it's still sudden death, the red stays there like it's a fiend match or something for the entirety of the sudden death. But right after the match continues, they go to commercial. Like there's no actual commercials, but they go to a break. And I'm like,
how exciting.
How this is just what you've taken a speed match and literally just made it an untimed singles match that is going to last about 8 minutes.
It's just
I don't feel like it's just a match. That's just a match.
For the speed title.
If you're going to do a speed tournament for a vacated title, there needs to be a thing where figure out something that is not just this becomes a regular match if it ends in a time limit draw. What is the thing? There's got to be something else. You know what I mean? Make it into something. I don't know.
The cool part about it is the uncool part about it, in that we never saw that before. But because we never saw that before, we had no idea what happens when that happens. And that's something because it's such a short time, too. Like, that should have been established when the belts were established for Twitter. So that's how I feel. So, like,
it wouldn't make a lot of sense. But I like something as crazy as, all right, now there's no time limit, no DQ, and falls count anywhere. Like all of a sudden, the regular 5-minute match becomes a street fight. It wouldn't make a lot of sense, but it would be fun and totally different. It's an entirely different kind of match. Like that would be fun. It would be something different. I don't know, but this was very silly. It started out with Ava being like, because this is New York City, we're gonna okay, whatever. This is silly. So they make a big deal out of this. So Zaria hits a spear on Fallon, and Fallon rolls to the outside. Zaria follows her and is going to spear her again, but Lainey pulls Fallon out of the way, and Zaria spears herself into the steps. That is considered by Ava an egregious act of cheating. But like, you couldn't be disqualified. The ref was watching. You couldn't be disqualified for that in a regular, any kind of match. You pull your own person out of the way. That's why you're out there. I mean, it's totally legal for you to do it because nobody gets disqualified for it. And because of that, Zaria ends up, getting back in the ring, getting a Shining Wizard, and then a hoedown, Famouser, to lose. And she just lost. She just lost because she's a big dumb idiot who doesn't know where she's spearing. You know what I mean? And listen. Am I happy they didn't do this? Yes. But especially after Ethan Page was talking to Sol Ruca, when it went to sudden death, I was like, there's a 70% chance the finish of this match is Sol Ruca walking down the ramp with a towel and throwing it in the ring. Fuck you. Like just one of those moments, like she looks at Zaria and says, and walks away. And the referee is like, well, ding, ding, like, she's not with me. She's not part of this. No, she threw a towel in, you lost. Like, but she's not. And anyway, you have Zaria can have a problem with it, but Ava says referee's decision is final. And that's how, listen, I mean, all I can say at this point watching is, wow. That the minutes that those two spend in the ring against each other during the Iron Survivor match is really going to be something. Oh wait, John Cena doesn't know ball. So I don't know how long we're going to have to wait for this Zaria and Sol Ruka thing. New Year's Evil? Maybe?
I don't know.
It's Stand and Deliver, isn't it? It's Stand and Deliver. Like, that's the earliest we can logically expect a finish to this. Maybe even a first match between the two is Stand and Deliver in April.
That was just mean of you to do. Look, you know what, though? I'll say this. Like, some people wish they could last that long, and they can't. But I'm not talking about wrestling. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about sex.
Have better sex with Blue Chew. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. Starting now, Blue Chew is offering a combo so strong, it'll knock your socks off and your neighbor's socks off. You'll have to move towns with the amount of noise you're going to be making. Blue Chew Max has arrived. It combines the active ingredients that you've always loved into one chewable, and the combo acts fast and lasts. Be ready when she needs it and get your first month of Blue Chew free. Great sex is just a few clicks away. Sign up at BlueChew.com. Consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days, straight to your door. Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA, prepared and shipped directly to your door. The best part, it's all done online. That means no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at BlueChew.com. We got that special deal for you. Try your first month of Blue Chew free when you use the promo code FIGHTFUL. You just pay $5 shipping. That's promo code FIGHTFUL. Visit BlueChew.com for important safety details and information. And we thank Blue Chew for being a sponsor.
I didn't play the extra pervy one just for you, Alex.
All right. I mean, I honestly, I couldn't even focus on the ad after your segue. I just felt like a lot. I don't know.
I was just, you know what? Sometimes I like to be blatant about it. Sometimes a double entendre is too much. I just want a single entendre. Or really no entendres.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to say it's about sexual relations and lasting longer. That's all.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So all I know is with JC Jane is back as women's champion and Fallon Henley is the speed champion now. There's a 0% chance that Lainey Reid doesn't win the Evolve belt, right? Because that wouldn't make any sense whatsoever, right? Like that's pretty good. They made sure to pull that off. That's good. So let's see here. What happened? What happened next? Izzy Dane does a little pre-record. Poor Tatum. You shouldn't have listened. Why didn't you listen to? You listened to all the wrong voices in your head, but you should have listened to me. And you should have listened to somebody who would have told you to just keep Tatum the champ for longer. So you could have gotten a very easy title match out of this.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, when she does this, to me, I was like, well, she does this and she wants the championship. Right? I mean, doesn't she want the championship?
That's what this all seemed to be about.
I would assume she wants the championship. Spoiler alert, we'll talk about it later. She's not even in the Iron Survivor match.
Yeah, that was
you know what
also,
I mean?
Like stylistically, I was confused by that.
I just don't understand why you would do this to Tatum and then not without like the reward implied for it. You know what I mean? Now,
right.
I mean, to me, the other women's match at Deadline is probably Tatum versus Izzy, almost certainly. So that's why she's not in the Iron Survivor match. But she should be really pissed at John Cena in canon and at Ava. Why am I not in this match?
Yeah.
She should be anyway, but she should be pissed because she thought her big choice that she made was going to get her closer to a title shot, and instead it got her further away. And that should change her character a little bit. But we won't.
But that's not gonna happen.
No. She's gonna explain everything next week. So we'll look forward to
but
that.
like
there's gonna be a PowerPoint and some visual aids, some spreadsheets.
Ugh, I just hate when the data comes out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Brutal. I was disappointed she's not in the Iron Survivor match because I feel like from an in-ring standpoint too, she'd be cut out for some big moments in this. Like I think that could have been a nice catalyst forward. And I don't really know what this feud is about anymore, to be honest. Like it really felt like it was jealousy about the title, and now it has nothing to do with the title. So what are you? Why are you mad at Tatum? Why are you mad at our tater tot? I don't know.
We got our TNA Knockouts title triple threat match that only had one possible outcome, and they chose a different one, the least possible outcome. And this was good. This was a good match. If you said rank the possibilities of these women winning going into the match, I don't know, Kelani Jordynne 99.5%, Jordynne Grace 0.5%, Léi Yǐng 0%. Now, I will say this. Very happy for the former Zaria, the current Léi Yǐng
As am I.
champion. But you can't trust TNA to do anything. You know what I mean? Like, she could lose that on Thursday. You know what I mean? Like, it. I don't know.
Take a month off, and she could lose it in January of 2026.
You're right. This match, and maybe this was the idea behind it. Nobody expects her to win. Let's agent the match like she's got no shot at it, and then she'll pull it out. Because in a shoot, brother, that would happen occasionally in a triple threat where anybody can win. Somebody who ends up like not. It really felt like Kelani and Jordynne were focusing on each other only because they hate each other, and because both of them completely dismissed Léi Yǐng going into the match, and they wrestled the match like it. And Léi Yǐng kept trying to get involved, and they kept saying, "Get the hell out of here," and she kept getting back in. But she was obviously overmatched by both of them in the athleticism department by Kelani, and in the strength department by Jordynne. They agented the match that way, and then they did this thing at the end, which is surprising and cool, where like Jordynne hits this big move on Kelani, and then here comes out of nowhere Léi Yǐng with her big spitty kick onto the back of Jordynne's head, shit cans her, and pins Kelani, and is the champion now. And I won't do LOL TNA about this because this entire Knockouts division has been very LOL TNA for a while now. But like, Kelani did this whole thing where like, I'm part of TNA now and screw NXT. I'm Team TNA. And she's back to being in NXT. How back to being in NXT? She's in the Iron Survivor match. Like, she lost this title, and in canon, 15 minutes later, John Cena said, "Oh, well, if she's not the TNA Knockouts title champion anymore, she can be in this." And I'm like, okay, so what was all of this for? What was the whole Kelani Jordynne as TNA Knockouts champion arc for? if this is how it ends and she just moves on to something entirely unrelated immediately afterwards. That doesn't seem like a good use of your time.
Alex, I am like, there are a few things that actually infuriate me booking wise. Like there's very little that like I'll be annoyed at a moment, but it's not like I'm up at night thinking about these things.
Right.
I get so annoyed when creative hampers a talent instead of supports them to this degree. Kelani just turned heel. Wow, what a great thing this newfound edge has done for you.
Right.
Is colossally stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Colossally stupid. Because if the story is that that's what cost you against like, that's fine. But that's 8 months from now when you've been a heel. Yeah. This was so egregious to me. This like actually made me want to turn off my screen. I was so happy for her. Like I'm so happy for the former Xia Li. Like that's awesome and that's great. And I'm glad it's not Jordynne Grace because Jordynne Grace doesn't need to hold that title again. It should be going up to the main roster. And I don't want her saddled with not going up there because of a TNA title of all things. But when you have somebody find a new edge and the first thing that happens is they lose their title, they look like an idiot. And that just that bummed me out so much, man. Because like that's you hamstringing your own talent. There's no way around that at all. Like I just there's nothing. Like you see Kelani efforting to grow week over week. Like she is transformed into a wrestler in the ring. They were trying to transform her character. There is no promo that like I don't even think like the Kevin Owenses of the world can give, and everybody knows how highly I regard Kevin Owens and his ability to make sense of things that make no sense. I don't even think they can justify. I just turned heel. I have this new edge, and the first thing I do is lose on a pre-taped episode after months of like I'm a part of TNA. Are you kidding me? Yep. Like what a bad position to put your own talent in for no reason.
Yeah.
No reason. I'd be shocked, by the way, if TNA is having tapings through the entire month of December. Would be shocked. There's absolutely no reason this needed to happen tonight. Have Kelani be cocky and get in her own way. Right. Like, give it a second.
After all of that, I'm pretty sure Kelani had a 7-week title reign.
So she had a 7-week title reign. She found a new edge 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. And here we are.
Yeah. I mean, because she had just become the TNA champion when they had the showdown, which like wasn't that like the first week of October? Like she had just become it. So like maybe the last weekend of September she became the champion, and it is now November 25th. And during that, she had an entire change of character. Everything about her changed within it. And now if you told me she lost the title here, but she blames Jordynne Grace, and that is a thing that's like she's still hovering around the TNA Knockouts thing because she wants that title back because she feels like now she is defined by that title and all of that stuff. Fine, but that's not what's happening. She's in the Iron Survivor match. Like she's just moving on, going for a different title.
Man. And, like, I didn't feel like her turn was about Jordynne or other people as much. You know what I mean? Like, it was supposed to be this, like, to me, it was very much like I'm stepping into the champion version of myself, and that they just immediately ripped out the legs from under it.
Right.
I'm her, she says backstage, referencing her fiance, and, like, standing next to Trig. How do you go out and say that now? Like, that's just so unfair to her, man. So unfair to her. And I hate to like undercut the match because I think you're right. I think the intentionality of how it was produced was actually really cool. I think the mix of everyone's styles was really cool. I continue to be on the what the hell is Jordynne Grace doing here train. Like, she should be on the main roster, but if she's gonna be here, she's doing great work. Like, so I think the match was really cool, but I also don't think the best use of Kelani is chasing the title she just lost at all. Like, not when it's the TNA one. So this was just very, very frustrating to me as a fan, and not like in a like, I felt like that was a stupid decision because of this. This one, I'm like, I think you actively harmed your talent with this one and stunted their heel turn. Like, that's not me having a different taste. That's me like thinking that you made the wrong decision for like one of the highest potential women you have in your employ.
Yeah. Ryan Cicchini says, I kind of feel like Jordynne wins at Deadline, wears the belt at the Royal Rumble, and loses at Stand and Deliver instead of going to the main roster.
Oh, I'll quit. I'll just quit. Like, no, Jordynne Grace should not be holding the Knockouts title ever again. She left that company. I'm not saying you're wrong, by the way. That could happen. I'll quit.
No, she's not going to win the TNA Knockouts title. She's going to win at Deadline and beat JC Jane at New Year's Eve.
I understand. That annoys me significantly less.
Yeah.
I thought you meant this title.
But this whole thing about when people are going to the main roster, we just have to just fully admit that we have no idea what's going on. We are bad at this. Like the most recent one. The most recent
Breakers call up.
But that goes back a long time. We were young and naive. We didn't know what the hell we were doing. When Ricky Starks showed up in February of last year, you were pushing hard for him winning Money in the Bank.
Oh my God,
on the main roster. And I was like, listen, at some point, Cody is going to need to go after John Cena, and he's going to come up against John Cena and Travis Scott, because Travis Scott obviously is going to be a main roster fixture. Anytime John Cena shows up, Travis Scott will be standing right next to him. And so Cody Rhodes is going to need a friend. They're going to call up Ricky Saints to be Cody Rhodes' buddy, because they are in real life. It's a perfect addition. Like, he gets the rub of being Cody's pal, and he can be the one to do a Rochambeau to Travis Scott at SummerSlam. And here it is, November, and no.
Alex, I definitively remember you saying, well, not this year probably, but like maybe next year. And that now also feels so far away.
Yeah. You were like, no, he's gonna be in the Money in the Bank match. He might not win it, he should, but he's gonna be in the Money in the Bank match. And I was like, I think it's more likely that he is still on the roster at Stand and Deliver in 2026 than he is up anytime this summer. You're like, no way, it's Ricky Starks. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but I'm like, I think you should be right. But I think I am more likely to be right. And,
I love our track record of like who's getting called up when. Like, I love it sincerely. Like, we've been so wrong for so long. Mm-hmm. Like, if you were like, Kate, when is Lash Legend gonna go up? I would not have said before Ethan Page, Ricky Saints. Probably would have said before Sol Ruca even.
I definitely would not have said, she's going to be friends with Nia Jax for no reason, and she'll be in the War Games match after having been on the main roster for 7 minutes. I wouldn't have said that, because that seems odd.
I really liked it. It was funny. This came up earlier today when you had pitched the idea of her being Naomi's heavy to counter Jade. I was like, I really liked that idea. So that was maybe the only time I would have been like, probably ahead of all these people. But hey, I just want to note that my dad has sent in a chat to confirm, all the greetings with the Pringles.
Oh, good.
He says, as the U.S. celebrates Thanksgiving, I am thankful for all the SGS and Team Kalex. Looking forward to Thanksgiving dinner in the Elizabeth Pringle household.
Nice.
I am too.
Matthew Hooks says, love you both. Happy holidays to all the SGS. Happy holidays to all the SGS.
Love you, Hooks.
Thank you, Hooks. And Tom Welly's saying that Mystery Wrestling did a 60-second Iron Man match.
Okay, that rules. Because Mystery Wrestling is a wildly unserious promotion and treats itself as such.
Sarah Schreiber had a sit-down interview with Ricky Saints. And during which Ricky Saints is like, I keep thinking about that match with Oba and thinking about how, like, was it a fluke? Did I just get lucky on that one day? Like, perfect. I hit him with something he couldn't kick out of, but would I lose that match to him 99 times out of 100? And that one was that match? And I'm like, yeah, that's the answer. 99 times out of 100, Obafemi beats you. Obafemi beats everybody 99 times out of 100. Obafemi beats most people 101 times out of 100. You're on the spot. You're looking very good at 99 times out of 100, Ricky. But he's like, but I'm going to overcome all those doubts and I'm going to beat him again because because nobody can beat Obafemi, but I can.
I just never thought we would see this archetype out of the Ricky Saints character, and he's really good at it. Like, honestly, I thought that was well delivered. I actually thought the content of it was also very good, and I don't usually have a lot of super nice things to say about the writing of stuff. So I'm glad to be able to do that with this, but it just seemed very sincere, and it also, man, sometimes the best promos are just when the performers see what everybody else sees. Because when you look at Obafemi and you look at Ricky Saints, you can see that they are not created equal, right? So, like, right. I just appreciated that he had that moment of pause for himself and then also reverted back to the confidence of a champion. Like, that was, I think, a very effective segment.
Yep. So we got the women's Evolve title match. Kendal Grey defending against Lainey Reid. Before the match, Ava says, since JC and you, Lainey, both got involved in that match for Fallon, you're Fallon and JC, you are banned from ringside. You can do this alone, Lainey. And spoiler alert, it didn't matter because they came out anyway. And so I need on Tuesday or something announced on social media by Ava of the fine that she levied to both JC Jane and Fallon Henley. Like, they got suspended for the week. They, like, what's the thing? Like, JC Jane, if you disobey my orders again, I will strip you of your title. Something. I will strip both of you of your titles because they're both champions. The next time I tell you you're banned from ringside and you go out there anyway, I will strip you of your titles, both of you. Like, let her lay down the law, because if she says to these, if we see as audience members, Ava, who is ostensibly in charge here, tell people to their faces, I am forbidding you from going to ringside, and they do it anyway, and they suffer zero consequences because of it, that's a complete burial of the hierarchy of how things get decided on screen. Like, when they came out, I was like, I need Ava to come out and go, no, you get the hell back here. But nothing happened. Nothing happened to them. It was as though she didn't even need to, like, her saying it meant nothing.
No.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Here's what's going to happen. Brian Alvarez is going to correctly point this out, and then everybody's getting mad at him on social media for it.
Yep.
But this, sincerely, is what he's talking about, usually pretty emphatically, as we do, but we do it with turkey heads on to our little group of people. So it goes different for us. But
it does.
It is the lack of control over her own show that makes you check out on her as an effective GM, which I think is a very, very fair criticism, because it's like, how should I take anything you say seriously if nothing you say affects your own show? Like it doesn't, and not nothing, but like some pretty key things, right? Of, hey, don't interfere in a match, and then you go and do it anyway. Like you're right. You can't just about that.
Right. Lainey and Kendal are both good workers. This was a good match until the nonsensical finish. Hold on. Brian Cicchini saying they got a rocket on Kendal. Lash put her over. It's not a match at MSG. It's a theater at. And then already in Iron Survivor, ahead of a ton of women. Here we go. I think Kendal's great. I think Kendal is really, really good. I don't think she should be in the Iron Survivor. She's the Evolve Women's Champion.
Some of those Germans tonight. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Like she's got something.
At the end, Kendal Grey puts a cross arm breaker on Lainey, and JC Jane runs down and gets up on the apron and then stands on the apron and points at Kendal until Kendal releases a cross arm breaker. And she stands up and she looks over at JC, and then the ref stands up and goes, "Hey, weren't you supposed to not be out here as specifically ordered to your face by the general manager of this program?" And then Fallon Henley is on the opposite apron. And so he turns around and says, "Hey, weren't you also supposed to not be out here as specifically ordered to your face by the general manager of this program?" And then Ren Sinclair stands up and says, "Hold on, ref, I got this." And then she punches Fallon in the face. But then JC is in the ring somehow. Now she's actually in the ring, and she runs over at Kendal. Kendal sidesteps her, and she bonks noggins with Ren, knocks her off the ramp, off the apron, and she would have died, Kate. She fell off the apron, Kate. She would have been killed, but Charlie Dempsey is there to catch her. She's like, "Charlie," and gives him a big hug. Charlie Dempsey notably was part of the group of evil guys who showed up at TNA and cost Mike Santana the TNA championship. He's back on NXT and appears to not have changed character, and maybe they'll do something with this. He's just there, and he seems happy to see Ren, like he's a good guy. And Ren is happy to see him, like he's a good guy, but we know he's not a good guy because he was part of the group which cost Mike Santana, and if you do that, you're not a good guy. Anyway, Kendal turns around. He's able to hit a big release German suplex, and then her jumping flatliner, which is called the gray area. No, shades of gray. That's right. And she wins. She beats Lainey. So Lainey doesn't have a title. So I thought the whole point of all of this was that Jasmine Nix was the weak link. And so we replaced her with Lainey Reid, who will no longer be that. So all three of us are going to be really good, but then you booked Lainey Reid to basically be Jasmine Nix with fewer consonants in her name. And I just feel like that's just redundant and circular booking and bad.
Well, it's really not great storytelling. And honestly, like, I don't think anybody's ever gotten better by less consonants. You know what I mean? I think that's a huge disadvantage, honestly, for Lainey Reid. Maybe she should add some.
You know what? I thought what her thing should be, Kate? More vowels. Like let's see how many vowels we can put in Reid. R-E-E-I-I-A E-E-E-E-E-E-D.
D-E-E.
Oh, I like that with a D-E.
Yeah.
That's good.
I would throw a bunch of Y's on Lainey too, because
Lainey with lots of Y's.
Mm-hmm. It could be a vowel, it could be a consonant. Like that's gonna get into the heads of your opponents, no doubt.
It's
like
A-E-I-O-U and sometimes Y. But is this one of the times? We don't know.
Yeah. That is a distraction finish.
Yeah.
I thought the whole point of all of this was that everybody in the Fatal Influence group would have titles. Like, if you're gonna run back the Mandy Rose stable, just do it. But maybe this gives Lainey Reid something to chase.
Lainey Reid.
You'd say they all had to even be pronounced. They just have to be there, right? This one was perplexing, but I also think they see a lot in Kendal Grey, so maybe they might make that like a feud. Like, that might be something we see Lainey like earn her gold in, and it could be something that the Fatal Influencers jostle her around about, like, hey, new kid, you got to go get yourself some gold. So I hope that it extends that, because there's at least a story in that. And this was a confusing result. And as for Ren and Charlie, I'm like, she made her own whole QCC because of Charlie being not great. So you can't just come in here and reform a QCC without so much as a conversation about your own your respective QCCs. I don't know.
Yeah,
not a fan.
No, me neither. I love Kendal Grey. I'm happy she's still the Evolve Women's champion. You know what I mean? Like, but the story you seem to have been telling was that Fatal Influence is going to be at its strongest now.
You know, Alex, it's so funny because I feel like even from Evolve on up, the women's side of WWE is so much stronger, despite the fact that, you know, they don't get matches on SmackDown or Raw. But I was like, how is it that Roxanne Perez was allowed to get called up and Javon Evans just has to, well, reports say he put on a great performance and that he has a very bright future. Like, Roxanne's the same age and just got called up. Now she has the most losses of any woman on the roster, I think.
Well,
but she was also a champion and is actively involved in a storyline, like in a prominently featured one that's going to probably lead to her and Liv Morgan having a feud. So, like, how come with that? Like, I don't get it.
Well, Roxanne is now 24. She just turned 24. And he's still 21. I'm not saying she's old. I'm saying that when she was his age, she was on NXT.
She was on NXT, but she was a champion.
And she was on NXT. Twice. She was a champion. She was a champion twice. The first time doesn't count because anxiety, but she was a champion twice. It is odd.
You know, I hope she's okay because it's the Honda days, and that can be really anxiety inducing for a lot of people. So I hope she's all right.
Right. No, that's the thing. Is that hold on? There's a thing about this. Hold on. Where is it? There's somebody who said something. Because Tom LaValle says, I am offended. In my house, we do not acknowledge Honda days. We celebrate Toyotathon here proudly. Happy Toyotathon, everyone.
Honestly, like, I am a part of a RAV4 household. So I was also getting asked where the puppets were. So I'll just bring her on to say hello. Happy Thanksgiving!
John Cena reads some more ad copy, and while he does, he talks about who's going to be in the Iron Survivor, and the first person he mentions is Sol Ruca, and he says Sol Ruca first. And if you'd asked me after he mentioned Sol Ruca, what are the odds that Zaria isn't in the Iron Survivor, I would have said 0%.
For so many reasons, Zaria should be in there. For story, for match type, like
she deserves to be one of the top 5 women who's not a champion, whatever. The problem is one of the 5 women already is a champion, and that's stupid. But are we still friends or are we not friends anymore stuff coming to a head in the Iron Survivor match is such a fucking slam dunk that they're not them both being like, okay, listen, we're both in this match. We both want to win. We both want to become champion. But we're still going to be friends out there until they wind up in the penalty box at the same time and they look at each other and they just start murdering each other in the box. Like that could be really fun. There's so many things you could lay out in that match for the storyline, the character arc of this whole thing. That a major chapter of it playing out during the Iron Survivor match is such a gimme, and they just bricked it.
Brick. Do you think that maybe they'll do the right thing, turn Zaria heel, and she'll take someone out ahead of the Iron Survivor match?
No, I don't.
I
think there's, because we're not that lucky. I think there's a very good chance that she ends up, not very good chance. I think there's a chance. I still think they're turning Sol Ruca heel because
the story calls for it at this point.
Everybody's got to be a heel. No, the story doesn't need to call for it. It could easily be that Sol just like, listen, I don't blame you. I just need some time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm still. I was out for a year with a knee injury before you even got here. And so when my knee went out, the other knee, like I went into a really dark place where I thought I was going to be out for another year. And so that's why I so willingly gave up my titles, because I just thought I can't hold them off for a year. And I'm like, somehow it wasn't as bad as I thought. And like, I'm just going through a lot of stuff right now. And listen, I know why you did it and I don't blame you, but you threw in the towel. I just need some space. And Zaria can like not agree with it. Like she can press the issue until it's not. Sol's just like, listen, it's fine. I don't blame you. I'm still your friend. And Zaria's like, no, you're not. We're not friends anymore. And all of a sudden, now it's on her. You can do that. There's at least 5 or 6 different ways you could make either one of them the bad guy. I think they're going to do Sol because it's easier. But I think they should do Zaria because it's not easier and she'd be the better heel. So do that, but I don't think they're gonna. It just makes me either put both of them in it or put neither of them in it. Like 3 of the 5 women in the Iron Survivor lost at Gold Rush. They're coming off of high-profile losses. Sol Ruca lost. Kelani Jordynne lost. Jordynne Grace lost. Kelani Jordynne, just now she's back in NXT. She's not going to part of the TNA roster. All of that stuff they did for 7 weeks doesn't matter. Jordynne Grace she's great. I'm happy she's going to be in the match. She better win it, and she better win the title. Otherwise, what are we doing with Jordynne Grace? Lola Vice just feels like a thing they do. She's just a person they use for stuff.
Yeah, like, she's mostly in AAA, it feels like.
What's her current deal right now? Lola Vice should not be in this match. Period.
No, that's weird. That was a weird pick.
Kendal Grey should not be in this match. I like Kendal Grey a lot. She's the current Evolve Women's Champion. Like, if they were going to do this, have her win the Iron Survivor match and beat JC Jane to be a double champ, don't do it. But I don't think there's a chance they're going to do it. So they're just putting her in there to give her a showcase, which is fine. But, like, there's a whole bunch of other women.
Where's Jada Parker?
I don't know where Jada Parker is. Like, I don't know what they're doing with Lash right now. not Lash, sorry, with Zaria right now, if they're just going to have her just put it off for a while, Izzy Dame could be in this thing.
Yeah, that one felt like a huge miss to me.
Like, I can't believe Izzy Dame's not in it and Zaria's not in it. I really don't know, but like, it's so funny to me that like this is what we threw together for this. And I think
what John Cena threw together for this.
No, what they threw together for it. Sorry, the royal we. I'm
just saying it falls on one guy's Honda, and it's John Cena's.
Yeah, it's all his Honda fault.
It's all his Honda fault. Hey, you know what? We're throwing these Honda ads in.
Mm-hmm.
They should sponsor us, but there's so many ways to get things ad free. And you could watch NXT ad-free if you had NordVPN, is all I'm saying, okay? That's all I'm saying. It's not just me saying it. Sean Ross Sapp is saying it, too.
I've told you about all the ways that NordVPN.com/Fightful is beneficial to wrestling fans. And that's just on the basic tier. It works on all devices, all operating systems, allows you to change your virtual location to appear from anywhere. But there's so many more other features. You can keep your files protected with a private cloud. You can secure your passwords with a password manager as well. They have cloud storage. They've got MeshNet where you can connect to a remote devices safely and create your own private network. They have VPN servers in 127 countries. They have Threat Protection Pro. You can block malware, trackers, and even ads when you're not connected to the VPN. It's got the ultra-fast connection, dedicated IP, a data breach scanner, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. So for some reason you think you don't like it, you can get your money back. NordVPN.com/Fightful. Head over there, check out all of their incredible features and testimonials at NordVPN.com/Fightful.
We love Nord.
Marty Keel says, lose that Nord to get through this show in under 90 minutes. How you feeling, Kate? Happy Thanksgiving, Kalex.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling tired.
I like Marty Keel. Marty Keel sounds great.
Sounds like I don't know what movie Marty Keel's in, but he's definitely a character name.
I just dyslexia to that name. It's
I know. I was gonna say I have dyslexia.
It might be Matry Keel, but it's probably Matt Rye Keel.
It might be Ma Tri Keel.
I don't like that they're using. Come back to using just the actual names of people in the chat. I don't like this. YouTube, come on, YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube switching the handles to the names. I don't like it at all.
No.
Nord is great. They're going to be the present sponsor of the Fightful Awards as well. They're going to be with us for a while longer. Sean got that sweet renewal going, but part of why is because, quite frankly, like people are using the code Fightful because everybody's on VPNs now. So thank you to Nord. They're a wonderful partner to us, and we love chats like that. That's the best when we hear that it's legitimately helping you guys and your viewing experience and your wallets. Yep. And I think it was me, Normus, said that he got 2 AEW pay-per-views for about $35, which kicks butt as far as I'm concerned. Gotta save that money. Save that money.
Tim says, I didn't watch, but it sounds like there were multiple women's matches on this show. This is still WWE, right? Because if so, I think Alex and Kate are fibbing. Not only that, but this episode was taped last Tuesday. In the intervening days, WWE put no matches on women's matches on SmackDown and no matches on Raw. Okay? During the triple threat, we got an unprompted women's wrestling chant. So women's wrestling got a chant in a TNA Knockouts title match on Tuesday. 3 days later, WWE was like, yeah, no women's matches. Why would we put any women's matches on SmackDown?
On our 2.5 hour show on Monday.
And then after there were no women's matches on SmackDown, and I know they heard about the response to that, they decided to put no women's matches on Raw.
Which is longer even. And not to mention, by the way, on SmackDown, I didn't call this out on the post show the way that I should have. Which means you're gonna get it on Friday a lot. But they rescheduled Chelsea's celebration like in kayfabe too. But like even the women's segments that you promised, which were not matches, notably, one of them even got kiboshed.
Yeah.
Because and on Mondays, why? Why on Mondays? So Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar can stare at each other some more? Like, I am so frustrated by that. That's such a load of nonsense. Someone had the audacity to be like, well, they don't want the women getting injured before the War Games match. As opposed to the men who get to wrestle.
There are only 10 women in your employ on the main roster. Other
ding,
women
ding,
can
ding.
fight each other. Like they had Ivy Nile show up out of nowhere. She hasn't been on TV since June. What if, if you're gonna build her to maybe get an IC title match, why don't you put her in a match versus some Evolve talent? Have her squash some woman. Make her look really, because she's got a whole new look now. She's got dramatic smoky eyes. Her hair is styled differently. She's not wearing the United States garb. Like, you just reintroduced her with hey, Maxine, I'm coming for that title. Why not reintroduce her by having her kick the shit out of somebody? Because you don't want to do that. That's why.
Because that'll eat up your precious minutes of watching somebody stand around.
And
also, why did you just repackage her as Shayna Baszler? Just don't fire Shayna Baszler if you want somebody with that look.
There was a redundancy, I suppose. So we already talked about it, but Miles Bourne ended up beating Trick Williams in the main event. So now we've talked about everything that happened on the show today. So we're going to talk about this instead. Alpha Bill says, I respect Tom LaValle deeply. However, as an owner of a Honda Civic, Toyotathon can burn in the deepest depths of hell.
Whoa! Alpha Bill shoots on Toyota.
Mm-hmm. This is a great background. I wasn't aware of the background. I'm very.
Well, you You were having fun with them, so I decided to join.
No, this is good. I like using the overlay as on the border over the background is really good. It's very good. It's very Thanksgiving-y. Oh my gosh, Kate! Do you know what this means?
I don't.
Christmas borders, Christmas backgrounds.
Oh,
this is StreamYard is giving out free holiday themed borders and backgrounds. That's all we're gonna do for the entirety of everything after Thursday.
It's a beautiful thing.
Lieutenant Photo says that we celebrate the VW sign then drive sales event.
VW. I mean, whatever holiday traditions you have is up to you, but I'm just saying.
Arabian Night says, has HBK soured on Jada? Hasn't been seen in 2 months. That, to me, feels like got dinged up, and then if she's healthy, we don't have a thing for her to do right now deal. But I don't know. Honestly, don't know.
Yeah. I can ask Sean about
it. They usually don't cycle talent. So, Yeah.
They don't. Especially ones that were she was pretty prominently featured.
Mm-hmm. Lieutenant Photo says, Kate, is all the lazy almost all the way out of your lungs? We need C2 math. Hope both of you have a lovely holiday.
Well, since you've given up on SmackDown, maybe we can pull something together.
It's so bad now.
It's not great.
And C. Delgado says that he is looking forward to going to AEW Live tomorrow night. So good for you. Congratulations,
oh my gosh,
for being there.
That'll be so fun, especially because they heated up some stuff, and you've got Okada and Fletcher in the first round of the C2.
That's really the best time to do that match for sure. Alpha Bell says he's losing himself in the turkey's eyes.
Yeah, I had to star that one, even though it wasn't a super chat, because it's so true. It's very distracting in a good way as a co-host. Because, you'll get really emphatic and you'll start bouncing.
Wait.
Never seen you look so lovely as you did tonight.
Hold on. Wait. It's Night at the Turksbury.
You, me, you, me.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Don't
Turkey, don't hurt me. Oh, no. Fell off.
Oh, no.
Turkey, don't hurt me. Turkey, don't turk me. Okay.
It really does give gobbledygooker, by the way. Like it looks like gobbledygooker.
So here we go. We got turkey puns. We got Thanksgiving puns. Here we go. Freshly baked orange casserole from Chris Pereira.
Very nice.
Rafael Garcia says green bean casserole up, and turkey Dominic Mysterio.
Very nice.
The Feast Mortos is maybe my favorite of the deal from Chris Pereira. That's your early leader.
Feast Mortos is really good.
The Feast Mortos is fantastic. Orion Ben says, Devon, set the tables. Enjoy your family weekend, everyone.
Set the tables is a really fun one.
Mm-hmm. Ricardo, member for 57 months, says, it's stuffing. Chelsea green bean casserole.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm. I am Chris Pereira. Oh, wait. Chris Pereira just says, I don't know why I'm do that. Chad Gobble. Not Chad Gable. Chad Gobble. Very good. And also says Shane Based. You got to Shane Baste your turkey. Otherwise, it's going to dry out. Every 20 minutes, open the oven and Shane Baste your turkey.
Hysterical Shane Based, as they say.
Greg Cherry says Pie Dillinger.
Very nice.
Dinner Victory Roll. Thankful Select. JC's Parade. The JC's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Butternut Squash Match. Miles Cornbread. Not on the level of the deviled eggs. Love yins. Happy Thanksgiving. We love you too, Greg Cherry.
I got to meet Greg briefly at
awesome.
at the fullest of gears. Yeah, it was awesome.
And then he says also big justice for pumpkin pie.
Yeah. Why you're shooting on pumpkin pie over here, I don't know. But it was nice to meet Greg.
Chris Pereira says
technically I met him at WrestleCon, but I threw up like an hour later.
Okay. Chris Pereira says Plymouth The Rock Johnson.
Chris Pereira always comes in hot, but Feast Mortos, Shane Base, Plymouth The Rock Johnson are you're on a run.
Meat Norma says Rotisserie Ripley, Dalton Casserole, Big Papa Pumpkin Pie, Pecan El Cerro gluten-free pie crust, Jim Cornish Hen, Corey Gravy, and Mark Biscuit.
Just very a bloody biscuit.
Chiller from him says Puritan Adam Page and Adam Cornia Copeland.
That one is really good. Yeah. And honestly,
Silver Apocalypse says Yam Yam Bigelow, Pumpkin Shamrock, Cranberry Wyndham Sauce, Corn on the Jeff Cobb.
Very nice.
Electric Mayhem says, know your casserole and stuff your mouth. That is an old school rock.
That's very good.
Meet Norma says, Bill Goldberg, Gabe Kids Table, and Buffet Bagwell.
Very nice.
Tito Gatto says, Sweet Potato Sapphire, Candied Yam Bags, Techno Turkey 2000, Zach Stuffing Jr., CM Punkin, Hangman Adam Sage, Bad News Charlie Brown. It's such bad news for Charlie Brown.
It is.
Tim McFall says, I arrived too late for puns, but I joined my fellow SGS fam calling for C2 math. Happy U.S. Turkey Day, folks. Yeah, Tim is in Canada, so they had theirs back in October. Now you have to think about it. Dusty Rhodes is going to sing A Christmas Carol of Kate's choice. So think about it. Don't say it yet, but it's here, okay?
Okay.
Greg Cherry says, for
C2
context...
math we'll probably do at some point.
For context, Kate did not throw up because she met me.
No.
No.
I don't know why I threw up, but it wasn't because I met Greg and I met... Who else did I meet?
It was because you met
They were not the root of my illness.
Yeah.
That's probably why,
yeah. Alpha Bill says, happy holidays and lots of loves to Alex, Kate, and the SGS. Thank you, Alpha Bill. You're great. And showing how great he is, he decided to make a different pun topic for himself. Kazuchika O Honda. Okay, we had here we go. One more here. Meet Norma says, happy early Thanksgiving, bruvs. There will be smoked turkey legs wrapped in bacon. Oh, that's so much better than anything I'm going to be eating at my sister-in-law's house. Shall we crank, darlings? My Wizards are 2-15. Yay! Sorry about your Wizards.
Sorry about your Wizards, homie.
Yeah. My Bucks have lost 6 in a row because their best player is out with an injury, and there's nobody else on the team that's good. So we're both in misery. That's fine. Kylie says, "Hi SGS. Does Kate know what's happening? Love you all." Kate, all of the best things that Kylie has been waiting for are happening on December 15th. You know what this means. We're not going to explain more, but
I do know what this means.
If you're a long time SGS member, we are all so excited for Kylie.
I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. I'm like, this is going to be a good few weeks. I'm excited for you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you for letting me know. I'm so excited, and we will throw a big party. One of these post shows, we will throw a big party because that's incredible. I'm so excited for you.
All right, we got a few jukeboxes here. So, Nya Girl sings "Walk" by Pantera, is sent in by Tom LaValle.
I shouldn't even. There's a version of Kate that did not even need to look up these lyrics.
Uh-huh.
She lived at a metal radio station 15 years ago. 20 years ago. I'm so old. Okay. Can't you see I'm easily bothered by persistence? One step from lashing out at you. You want it to get under my skin and call yourself a friend. I've got more friends like you. What do I do? Is there no standard anymore? What it takes, who I am, where I've been, belong. You can't be something you're not. Be yourself by yourself. Stay away from me. A lesson learned in life, known from the dawn of time. Respect. Walk. What did you say? Respect. Walk. Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Nyam.
What did you say? Changes everything about that song. Respect.
Respect, wow. Not re. Respect.
What did you say?
What?
What did you say?
What did you say? What did you even say?
So good. All right. Ryan Band wants Gunther to sing A-E-I-O-U and sometimes Y.
Back to our Lainey Reid conversation, I think.
There we go. Toto! I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. I was walking up Broadway, and here's this incredible-looking Swedish girl having a cappuccino across the street from Lincoln Center. I started talking to her, and she said her name was Lola. Her English wasn't too good, but we wound up spending about 5 hours together, just hanging out, Yeah. So we go back to my place, we got high, and we were really into each other, man. It was love about to happen, I'm serious. And then all of a sudden she gets up and she says, hey, I really got to leave. Damn. A-E-I-O-U, sometimes Y. There are 178 parent languages on our planet with over 1,000 dialects. It's amazing we communicate at all. Languages and dialects with this one thing in common. A-E-I-O-U, sometimes Y. Yeah. It really isn't much about the vowels. It's more about this thing that happened.
It's true.
Between this singer and everything. Rafael Garcia says Belinda and her niece, Pupnyat Kate, sing Kill the Turkey from Bob's Burgers.
You rang?
Hold on, I'm finding the lyrics here. So here we go. So how are we gonna do this here? So I mean, I'll just go, and then when I stop, you take over. How about that?
Okay.
No, pass the cranberry sauce. We're having mashed potatoes. Ooh, the turkey looks great. Thank you for loving me, Lynn. Thank you for being there, please. Thank you for loving me. Oh, good. Everyone's thanking, the whole world's thanking you. Thanking us from thanking you. Kill the turkey.
Eat a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to take our pants off. Oh, we're feeling so fat. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for being there. Thank you for loving me. Everyone's thanking. The whole world's thanking. Thank us for thanking you. Kill the turkey. Kill the turkey, yeah. My mom's a vegan. That's it.
Okay. Well, now you have to pick out the Christmas carol that Dusty's going to sing.
There's some deep cuts that I considered.
Okay.
But I think I'm going to go with Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree.
Oh, that's a very good one. Hold on.
I feel like that's a Dusty vibe.
Yeah, I think so. There we go. Hello, it's me. I'm here. I'm gonna sing a song. Here we go. Rocking around the Christmas tree, baby, at the Christmas party hop. Mistletoe hung where you can see every couple tries to stop. Rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring. Later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly, deck the halls with boughs of holly, rocking around the Christmas tree, Daddy. Have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way. Ah, 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 ah. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear Daddy, baby. Voices singing, let's be jolly, deck the hall with boughs of holly, if you will. Rocking around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way. Oh, Daddy, bound. That's a song. That's Hard Times. That's Hard Times right there. Fantastic.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for including me in your festivities.
We appreciate you stopping by.
This reminds me, I have got to go down to the storage area of the cruise ship and pull out the Christmas decorations. So we have
nice.
something to put up for after Thanksgiving. The Thanksgiving feast, of course, is this Thursday and on the cruise ship, Wrestler Heaven. We're just gonna pig out. It's gonna be fantastic.
Who cooks? Is that the responsibility of the cruise line of Wrestler Heaven, or Or
we all kind of take turns doing. It's more of a potluck. We all draw a dish out of a hat on the 1st of November, so we can go and make sure we have a good recipe for it and everything like that. Mine this year was sweet potatoes. So I made I made two different. I have two different recipes. One with the marshmallows, one nice and sweet, like with all the cinnamons and marshmallows and sugary and everything like that. And one of them less candied on the yams, if you will. But there's two different options in case anybody's trying to wedge their figure up here. Just kidding. We don't have to do that. We're dead. But this is gonna be a fantastic night. I can tell.
I'm so excited for you. I'm glad that everybody gets together in wrestler heaven and gets to share a meal. Just get to the food before Andre the Giant. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. There we go. Yeah, no, it should be good. All right. Well, I gotta go and make sure everybody has all their dishes ready and is all ready to prepare, because it's Sabu. It's his first time. It's his first Thanksgiving up here. I gotta make sure he doesn't just show up with kendo
Barbed
sticks.
wire. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just and that's not that's how you do it. So that's how you do it. All right.
Yeah, teach him how it's done.
Nope, we definitely gonna do that. All right. So happy Thanksgiving, y'all, and
happy Thanksgiving.
Well, we're so thankful for everybody at the Fightful SGS, and we will see you all post Thanksgiving.
Yes, thank you for everything on a weekly basis, and have a wonderful holiday with your families and friends, for those of you that are in the U.S. And if you are not in the U.S., just know that we have a lot of gratitude for the support that you show us. So thank you so much, and have a happy Thanksgiving.
Keep cool, gabagoos.
Yeah.